All right, let's dig in with the guys. Tyler Sullivan, Rick Spielman here to break it down, our NFL analysts. Gentlemen, the Eagles punched their tickets to the playoffs once again in convincing fashion. 40-plus points in a divisional matchup, a place that people don't like going into play in East Rutherford. I'll go your way first here, Rick. It's been a fantastic season for Jalen Hurts, and I feel like not enough noise has been made regarding that MVP conversation. In your eyes, where does he stack up against the other individual performers across the league right now?
Oh, the way they're playing right now, to me, he is the leading candidate for MVP, and we even talked about it last week. Not only is he winning with his arm, but he's winning with his legs. I mean, they just dominated over the last couple weeks, and that's a lot to do with the way Jalen Hurts is playing. Now, it helps that they're able to run the ball as well. Sanders had a big game today. It looked like his speed and bursts were there. They ran up and down the field on the Giants defense, who was one of the worst-rated defenses against the run in the NFL, and that showed up today.
Yeah, I think you put Jalen Hurts right in that conversation with Patrick Mahomes, with Josh Allen, with Joe Burrow. He is, if not the most impactful quarterback that we've seen right now in the NFL because, like what Rick was saying, he can do it with his arm, he can do it with his legs, and he's proving doubters wrong every single week. You know, I look back at these past 2 weeks with the Philadelphia Eagles. I feel like everybody had taken the points with the Tennessee Titans, and now everybody was taking the points with the New York Giants going into this game, somewhat doubting the ability of this Philadelphia team to close. And what do they do in these back-to-back weeks? Absolute blowouts. And more importantly, they're stopping key players in the running game. Obviously, limiting Derrick Henry on the ground, limiting Saquon Barkley, who was dealing with injuries, but limited him in this game. Hurts, along with this entire team, is flexing on the NFL right now. And I don't know any team in the NFC that can really rival them at this point. We've seen Minnesota kind of play down to competition. We've seen Dallas certainly play down to competition like they're playing in Houston this week. I don't know any team in the NFC that is coming anywhere close to them, especially now with an uncertain quarterback situation with the San Francisco 49ers. It feels like it's their conference to lose.
No doubt about that, as they do flex their muscles here. Their third consecutive game with 35-plus points. We know 350-plus, 350-plus, what they've accomplished here offensively, Tyler. If you are one of those NFC teams trying to figure out the Eagles or game plan for them at least, where is the weakness? How do you combat it? If you're going about your business trying to stop this team, where do you start?
Yeah, it's really hard to do, right? I mean, because they do a lot of things. Like, if they can't run the football, it's okay. Jalen Hurts will just throw it all over the field. And if they can't throw it, well, they're more than happy to give it to Miles Sanders to close things out. For me, it would start with Jalen Hurts and keeping him contained in the pocket, forcing him to throw the football. Again, that might be a fool's errand at the end of the day, but to me, he's most lethal. And this offense is most dynamic when he's utilizing his legs and then throwing the football. So for me, it's trying to contain what Jalen Hurts can do on the ground and forcing him to beat you with his arm. So far, he's been able to do that with flying colors this season, but if I'm any team in the NFC or, you know, potentially in the Super Bowl, that's how I would stop them. Contain him in the pocket and have him try to beat you with his arm.
Yeah, I don't know if I would say that. The way to contain him is keep him off the field. I mean, whoever the opposing offense is, you got to just keep control of the ball and don't let this offense get on the field, because their defense has played great over the last couple of weeks. They're a lot better in run defense than they were, and that was maybe their Achilles heel, as we talked about them, especially when they went through that little down period when they lost, and then they to the Redskins, and then they barely survived against the Indianapolis Colts. But now they're back on the roll. They got Davis back on defense to go along with Linval Joseph, who helped secure the run defense. And they're just, the only way you can stop this team the way they're playing right now is keep the offense off the field.
Yeah, you know, I like asking you guys good questions. That might be one without an answer right now, gentlemen. Great work to start us off here. Plenty more coming with Rick and Tyler. Taking a look at some more numbers out of this one. Eagles most points in a game versus the Giants all time. Here they are, 48 points, second most ever, second to only a performance in 1959. The success is historic, and there's no other way to say it.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.